back at Lober-Nika Gymnasium along with Josh Komnick, Jeff Benjamin with you. Railers with a 13-10 advantage as we start the second quarter as the number one team in the state. The Lanphier Lions have possession to start the quarter. Toss inside, that's no good. Ball tipped around, loose on the floor. Lions come down with it, lay it up and in. Yeah. That is Boozer.
We talked about the rebounds and the loose balls. If the Railers don't get on the floor and get the loose balls, it'll be a long night. And Lanphier scores six of their first quarter points were from the free throw line out of the 10 total.
Cook handling, goes around a screen, gets it to Gesner in the left corner. Bolby, block. Podbelsic, everybody's had a touch on this possession. Podbelsic, he's going to drive in, kicks it out to Bolby. Block, trapped in the corner, now to a cutting Max Cook. Max goes up strong with the left hand, wouldn't go down, but now Max will be going to the line, something we needed the Railers to do because Lanphier's beating us at the free throw line.
Well, they are, and that's one thing that the Railers have done a good job on all year is getting to the free throw line. And with Lanphier playing kind of a helter-skelter man-to-man, really flying around everywhere, the Railers have done a pretty good job so far of cutting to the basket, and the rest of the Railers have done a good job of making the right pass to the cutters. So, again, Max goes to the free throw line and misses the first, but again, a good job of being aggressive and going to the hoop.
Max came in tonight, Josh, a 72% free throw shooter. First one didn't go down, need the second one. Railers up by 1, 7:11 to go in the first half. Second one up, that one's good. Max with his first point of the night.
Yeah, Railers got to get back on defense because they run the sideline break almost every single time they get either a rebound or a turnover.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to ask for your assistance a little more tonight because by the time I'm jotting down a score, they're going to be down there already.
That's right.
Lanphier with the basketball. Brigady calls out the play, being watched by Gesner as he comes out in the Railer zone. Clemens over to Brigady near the top of the key. Swing it down in the corner to Austin. Trapped from Podbelsic and block. Austin looking to try and go baseline, cut off. Clemens now to Brigady. He'll fire a top of the key three. Missed it badly. Ball loose. Picked up by Podbelsic. Railers have numbers. Gesner almost walked. They get it to block, and Gavin did. At least Gavin's going to be called for steps, and it's the same thing he was doing the other night against Southeast. Some of them do, but some of them don't look like travels, and you wonder if it sometimes is just, it looks funny, so they call it.
4 turnovers for the Railers in the first quarter, one to kind of start the second. So really, all in all, the Lanphier has kind of backed off the press because we did a good job of beating it. Oh.
And a foul's going to be whistled on Jordan Gesner, a little too close with the body. That's the 5th on the Railers. First one on Gesner. Matt Hayes will jump off the Railer bench. He will check in, and Hayes will replace Edward Bolby.
Yeah, pretty good job by Bolby.
We're going to need minutes also from Matt as well.
Yeah, pretty good job by Bolby too. And you may have to move even Max or Max down to the back if you have to run out of guys.
6:10 to go, first half. Lanphier with the basketball, down 2 to the Railers. Brigady makes a move to the right side. Powers flips it across the top. Clemens down low to Austin against Hayes. Trying to work a move baseline, and he lost it out of bounds. Nice defense by Hayes.
Yep, a good job, and it even looked like Austin kind of got the chicken wing around him on the hook, but a good job by Matt Hayes at cutting off the baseline.
5:58 to go in our first half. 14-12, Railers on top. Just a 30-second timeout, so Josh, we will keep it here. Well, you know, certainly not the gloom and doom we thought. It's still very early, but through the first quarter, a couple minutes here, you're playing without your leading scorer who's on the bench with 3 fouls. You're up by 2.
Well, what I liked is kind of the thing that has made Lanphier go has been their press and their pressure, and the Railers have done a pretty good job, even to the fact that Coach Shanklin has brought back the press. And so we did a good job of not only beating the press by not turning it over, but scoring out of our press breaker. So there's some pluses so far by the Railers, but again, we got to hit the boards a little harder.
After the timeout and the turnover by Lanphier, Railers with the basketball. Gesner controls as he crosses the timeline. Over to Will Podbelsic. Podbelsic working against Brigady. Now back on top to Gesner. Max tries to cut back, not there. Gesner over to Will. Podbelsic looking to make a move. Crossover dribble, gets to the basket, flips it up, didn't go down. Brigady. Lanphier has numbers, 5-on-4. Brigady quickly down the lane to Clemens. He throws it up, and a foul is going to be whistled, and that foul is going to go against the Railers, a blocking foul No, they're going to say that it was on Clemens.
Yeah, charge on Clemens, and a good job by Block to take the charge. That's 2 on Clemens as he got that early one. But, Will didn't make that layup that he had, but he did a good job of getting to the basket, and the Railers got to do more of that.
So after the turnover, Railers again do a nice job breaking the pressure, what limit it is. It's now Cook against Austin. Max brings it over to Gesner. There comes Gavin coming around the screen. Top of the key, 3. Shot up an air ball, and it hit Matt Hayes, who was standing out of bounds, trying to get position for a rebound. Nothing Matt could do about that.
No, you don't expect an air ball. And Matt did a good job of going for the rebounds. That's what the Railers got to do.
5:08 to go in the first half. It is Lincoln 14, Lanphier 12. Brigady over to Larry Austin Jr. Don't see any coaches in attendance tonight, do you, Josh?
Not so far.
Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Lanphier. And, these missed opportunities, though, they seem to be piling up, and you start wondering, when is it going to come back to bite us?
Right, yeah, and if we don't keep hitting the boards, we've given them a lot of opportunities on the boards.
Brigady fakes a 3, drives baseline. He's going to pull it back up. Davis, 3 from the corner, spins off, no good. Gesner, another job, doing a nice job getting the board for Lincoln. Block over to Cook, 4:40 to go. Max almost had it taken away by Austin. Ball loose on the floor, picked up, ahead, stolen by Gesner, knocked out of bounds. But I tell you what, even though the Railers didn't get the steal back, nice hustle by Gesner, preventing the easy 2.
Yeah, Max got to do a little bit better job and use his body. If he's going to reach, you got to use your body and make him get around you and at least foul.
4.5 to go. They try to lob it into Austin, tipped away, and I think Matt's going to be whistled for the foul because we saw what undershirt Wallace was wearing because Matt had a big grab of his jersey.
But again, the Railers did a good job of tipping the ball away. We've got a few deflections now, just been unable to track him down.
4.5 to go. Still a 2-point lead for the Railers. 14-12, first half. Brigady swinging inside, and Matt's going to be whistled, I think, for another foul. And that'll send Lanphier to the line, shooting bonus.
Yeah, again, the Railers with some silly fouls, just a foul because you're a step late. If Matt was in position, he has the steal, and we're going the other way. But the Railers a step late, and the outcome is we get another foul, and Lanphier back to the line where really that's been their only way of getting points, and their flow has been free throws. They've had 8 points off free throws already.
14-12, Austin with 6 points. His first free throw on the way. That's no good. So certainly helping out at the free throw line. They've scored a lot of points there, but they've missed some opportunities as well. Railers get the rebound. Max goes down the lane, kicks it open to a wide open Bowlby, shoots it over the rim, and Gavin's going to be whistled. No, they reach in. Nice job by Block as he reached in, forced a tie-up against Brigady, and the alternating possession will keep it with the Railers. So there's one of those 50-50 balls the Railers get.
Yeah, but if you don't get that jump ball and they get it out of there, you better get your tail back because they're moving quick.
Max. And then a foul underneath. That's going to go against Lanphier. See who's going to be whistled for that as the official comes to the scorer's bench. Foul's going to go against Brigady. Brigady has now picked up his second, and Railers have 1-1 facing them. Next free throw, the next foul, and Boozer will check in, replacing Brigady. So Clemens with 2, Brigady with 2, Van Hook with 3. Thrown into the backcourt. Max will track it back down. Halfway through the second quarter. High post to Gavin. Gavin couldn't hang on to it. Now he tracks it back down, and he's going to be called for steps again, so another turnover.
Yeah, I don't know if that's travel. He didn't ever have control of it. Not sure about that one. But all in all, another turnover by the Railers. And as you said, Jeff, you keep giving Lanphier opportunities to score when you're not, can come back to hurt you.
I mean, the Railers only have 1 point here in the quarter, but they've held Lanphier to just 2. Lanphier, baseline. Offensive foul.
Yeah, that was easy.
Nice job by Bowlby stepping in. I mean, and you could see Austin, he
put his shoulder down and was going no matter who was in front of him.
You know it's easy when we can call it. So an offensive foul whistled on Austin. That's his first. Because it's a player control foul, no free throws. So Railers not shooting 1 in bonus. They'll be facing this Lanphier pressure.
But again, the Railers have got to the bonus now. Any foul on Lanphier, now the Railers are shooting free throws, and kind of give a little payback to Lanphier where they've gotten most of their points.
Gesner had it stripped away, and a foul is going to be whistled, and that will be Powers as Gesner went up with a hard foul. And, very similar, Josh, to what we saw last week against Southeast. Mm-hmm. This time, Gesner went straight up with him, with his hand up, then brought it down. Against Southeast, he kind of wound up, and he got called for the intentional.
Yeah, he was going for the ball. I mean, it was a blocked shot. It's a hard foul. It's a big contested game. The referees, and you see it in college all the time now, where they've really gotten picky on calling that intentional foul.
That first one's no good.
Again, we're dodging more bullets, Jeff. They're missing free throws, missing shots, and the Railers have just hanging around. And not only for the Railers, but for Lanphier, you let a team hang around with you all the time, and you have a chance to get back.
And they missed both free throws. Austin did a nice job sliding in to get the rebound. I think one official was going to call a foul. They ended up calling a held ball, so it'll stay with Lanphier. Underneath, shot flipped up, no good. Davis, and I think Davis was standing out of bounds, and he's going to be turning it back over to the Railers.
So the Railers keep the lead, 2 points here. 3:24 left in the second quarter, 14-12 Railers, and we just keep buying our time, Jeff. And we get a basket here and a basket there, and as long as we keep playing good defense, we can hang around.
Podbelsic mishandled it, ball loose, picked up by Davis, still loose. Lanphier with it. Austin down the lane, off the glass, and we've got an offensive foul. Are they going to count the basket? Nice job. I think it was Gavin Block who got
Again, the Railers calling, 3 charges? 3 charges so far tonight, and the Lanphier faithful are not happy with Larry Austin Jr. getting 2 fouls.
Well, if Tom were here, he would say the officials must be doing a good job because nobody's happy with him.
And now, Larry Austin's got 2 fouls, so he can't be quite as aggressive.
3 minutes to go in our first half. Still hanging in there, 14-12. Very physical game. Gesner almost had it knocked away, and then a foul is going to be whistled on Wallace. He's picked up his second foul on the reach-in, and Gesner will go to the line for some really big free throws. I know with 2:49 to go in the first half, it's hard to say they're big free throws, but Lanphier's gone down to the free throw line, and they've really missed a lot of opportunities. When we get our chance, we can't.
Well, and now Coach Shanklin brings in Clemens with 2 fouls. Something that Coach Al didn't do is take him out, and Coach Shanklin puts him back in. And at 14-12, I like my chances right now. If you're Lanphier, leaving him on the bench.
Little wardrobe taken care of by Davis to get himself all tucked in. So Jordan Gesner, the senior, coming in tonight, a 76% free throw shooter. First one spins off, no good. Quickly down court. 3 on the way, Clemens no good. Austin, and a holding foul is going to be whistled on they flashed it so quick. Max picks up his first 9th team foul, and Larry Austin Jr. back to the free throw line. One bonus.
He's not a polished offensive player yet, but man, does he work hard on the offensive boards. The guy gets around, and if you're blocking him out, he works his tail off to get around you.
First one is up and good. 14-13. 2:41 to go. And this last 2:41 critical for the Railers. You don't want to waste this really well played first half.
Yeah, you got to, and we've been on 14 now for several minutes. So the Railers, we've turned it over several times in a row here on the last couple possessions, and then Gesner can't knock down the free throws. But we need a big basket here for our confidence.
We need a basket here in the quarter. The only point we've got was Max's free throw. Gesner spins back, gives it to Gavin. Top of the key, Max, pull-up jumper from 17. Off the back of the rim, no good. Gesner flips it up with the left hand. Won't go down. Podbelsic tried to save it into it. Back to Clemens. 1-on-3. Lanphier with the break. Hands back to Powers. Now to Clemens. Clemens over to Powers on the right side. Skips it across the top of the zone to Davis. On the baseline, Austin. 17-footer, hit the side of the backboard, and then Bowlby's going to be whistled for the foul. Edwards picked up his second.
Well, it's not been pretty, Jeff. Been a foul fest, pretty much. A lot of free throws and not very good shooting by either team.
2 shots. Would have been 2 anyway because the Railers have picked up their 10th foul. Austin, first one up. That one's good. Lanphier takes the lead. Jake Olson in for the first time for the Railers, replacing Jordan Gesner. Austin, second one up. That one good as well. 16-14 Lions with the lead. I'd have taken this with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Lanphier with their first lead.
No question about it. And the bad thing is the Railers haven't scored for a long time.
Olson, ball tipped around. Ball still loose, picked up by the Lions. Davis quickly stops. 15-footer, good. 18-14 with 1:40 to go. Danger time here.
Yeah. You handle the ball, and I don't know, last several possessions have been turnovers, and not turnovers that have been worked in the offense. It's just been the ball handling where Lanphier's got their hand out.
Podbelsic, 3 on the way as Bowlby gets thrown down, setting the screen. Will miss the 3, quickly ahead to Powers. Powers slices through, tipped away. Nice job by the Railer defense. 1:22 left in our first half. It is Lanphier 18, Lincoln 14. Davis inbounds to Boozer. Jumper on the way, spins out, no good. Block, a big rebound for the Railers. 1:15, if you could, would you hold it?
If you can, yeah, if you can, stand out there and
then Gavin's called for traveling again.
Well, we couldn't. So now we gotta buckle down and play defense, but the defense has done good when it's been in the half court. It's been the transition of Lanphier that's really hurt the Railers. Transition and free throws. We'll look back at half and see how many exactly free throws Lanphier's got, but all in all, their offense has not hurt us in the half court. It's been their transition.
Josh, we've got a minute to go in the first half. Lanphier's made 4 baskets.
Yeah.
50 seconds to go. And a turnover as Austin, I believe, stepped on the sideline right in front of the Railer bench. So Lanphier hasn't taken their opportunity to beat the Railers down with all the mistakes they've made.
Right, both teams not playing very well at all. And but it's kind of the game you want if you're a Lincoln fan because it's kind of holding them down offensively.
Bowlby picks up his dribble, gets it to Podbelsic. Will bounces out now to block. 37 seconds. Bowlby on the right side now to Cook. Cook watched by Austin. Larry Austin Jr. with a couple fouls. Boy, you'd like to see Max take him and maybe pick up a third.
Yeah, him or Clemens.
20 seconds first half. Railers down by 4. Max barking out the signal, checks the clock. Down to 12 seconds. Over to Gavin. High post to Bowlby. Had it tipped away. Ball loose, still loose. Ball flipped around. Bowlby's got it. Still, who wants to grab it? It's Lanphier out of there with it. Clemens with 2. With 1. Flips it up, and it goes at the buzzer. Count the basket at the buzzer by Clemens. The runner goes. Our score at halftime. It is Springfield Lanphier 20, Lincoln 14. We'll be back with our halftime. We'll be back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.